Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media. Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. Today we take you to the wilds of Baranof Island in Alaska. Baranof Island, part of Alaska's Alexander Archipelago, is known for its dense forests, rugged mountains, and large populations of brown bears. The island's varied terrain and temperate rainforest climate support diverse plant life, including towering Sitka spruce, hemlock, and alder trees, and dense undergrowth of ferns, berries, and mosses. This region is rich in wildlife, including Sitka blacktail deer, which attract hunters during the fall hunting season. The island's brown bear population is among the highest in the world, with bears often ranging across the dense forests and along salmon-rich rivers. The combination of plentiful prey and cover makes Baranof Island an ideal bear habitat. However, for humans, it's a challenging environment where bear encounters are not uncommon, especially in the fall, when bears are foraging aggressively to prepare for winter hibernation. In the last week of October 2024, 50-year-old Tad Fujioka had planned a solo blacktail excursion on Baranof Island. He grew up in Juneau before going off to Caltech for college. Tad was a smart man and earned an engineering degree before taking a job with the city of Sitka. He was a seasoned outdoorsman, hunter, and respected figure in the fishing community of Sitka, Alaska. As chairman of the board of the Seafood Producers Cooperative, Fujioka was well known and highly regarded for his contributions to the industry. On October 27, 2024, Tad set out alone on a hunting trip to Baranof Island, seeking to harvest a Sitka black-tailed deer. Confident of his skills and familiarity with the land, Tad was equipped for the hunt and aware of the risks that come with venturing into bear country. While on the hunt, Tad had some success, as one of his stalks had led to him successfully harvesting a deer. He knew he was in brown bear country, and the less amount of time he could spend over the carcass, the better. After gutting the deer, Tad pulled off half of the carcass and packed it back to his camp before nightfall began to set in. He knew better than to traipse around the woods toward twilight, so he decided that half the deer would have to wait until the morning. After a good night's rest, Tad woke up and gathered his equipment to retrieve the other half of the deer carcass. After a brief hike, he arrived near the cache site, and then things took a terrible turn. On October 29th, Fujioka was reported overdue after failing to return from his hunting trip. Tad was an organized kind of guy, though hunting alone carries more risk than hunting with partners. He'd let friends and family know where he was going to be hunting, but hadn't returned by the scheduled time, fostering a broadening concern. Calling in to report him missing set off a buzz of activity with Alaska wildlife troopers, and the U.S. Coast Guard quickly initiated a land search near his last known location in the remote forests of Baranof Island. Upon arriving at the island, searchers planned out a grid and hoped to locate him very soon. They covered the ground with searchers while helicopters flew over the area looking for clues. As helicopters surveyed the area, they observed a sow brown bear with 2 cubs and noted their location on the search grid. At approximately 11:30 a.m. the next day, search teams located Fujioka's remains. Evidence at the scene suggested that he'd successfully hunted a deer, attracting a bear, which then turned defensive, likely perceiving Fujioka as a threat to its food source. Authorities speculated that the bear involved was possibly a sow with cubs, increasing the likelihood of an aggressive response. After Tad's corpse was recovered, wildlife officials convened and decided the bear's actions were defensive in nature. They believed the sow and cubs seen previously by the helicopter searchers had claimed the unguarded half of Tad's deer carcass, and when he returned, the bears attacked and killed him. His corpse was not cached, meaning that the bears didn't display any intention of consuming him. The officers labeled Tad's fatal mauling a defensive attack and indicated they would not pursue the sow and her cubs. They also pointed out that the search efforts drove the bears away from the attack site, and locating them would be much more difficult. The news of Tad Fujioka's tragic death deeply impacted the Sitka community, where he was known not only as a skilled fisherman but also as a friend and community leader. The bear attack has prompted discussions about the dangers of solo hunting trips and the importance of bear safety in Alaska's wilderness. Fujioka's dedication to the fishing industry, particularly his work in supporting local fishermen and sustainable practices, has left a lasting legacy. Alaska is home to approximately 30,000 brown bears, making it one of the highest bear-populated regions globally. Baranof Island, with its rich natural resources, supports a significant number of these bears. Brown bears are most active from early spring through late fall, with encounters more common during late summer and fall as bears intensify foraging for hibernation. While bear attacks are rare, they can happen suddenly, particularly when bears perceive a threat to food sources or young cubs. Speaking of cubs, our Cub Tier membership on Patreon, linked below, will give you ad-free early access to our episodes, and the $3 per month goes a long way in helping me continue to produce educational and entertaining content like this. The tragic story of Tad Fujioka's encounter with a bear on Baranof Island underscores the very real dangers of Alaska's wilderness. His death serves as a solemn reminder of the balance between human activity and wildlife in remote, bear-populated regions. After reviewing the facts surrounding this episode, I'm left with a few questions for you. Should solo hunting in high-risk bear habitats come with additional safety requirements? What more can be done to improve bear safety training for hunters and outdoor enthusiasts in bear-populated areas? Could alternative methods of food storage or hunting practices help reduce the risk of bear encounters in places like Baranof Island? I will gladly read and reply to your thoughts, so post them in the comments section below, and let's talk about it. Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.